Hello and welcome back to Starsector. In the last episode, we tried our hand at doing a mission, trying to smuggle some harvested organs for some independence. Unfortunately, the guy just would not accept them. We had the 12 that we were asked to get, and we were at the right place to deliver them, and he was just like, "Nope, I see you haven't got them. Come back when you do." With no way to get around that, unfortunately. We just tried to spend the rest of our time recuperating and minimising the losses that we had from having to buy all those organs in the first place. So we're still trying to save up money for a new ship and a pilot for it. We've sort of semi-exhausted this trade route that we've been doing, smuggling supplies up to the pirate system. That worked all right for a little while, but we're going to have to find something better to do to make money. Whether or not that's just bounty hunting and we go off into hyperspace and find a system that's actively paying bounties, or if we have a look at the intel screen and find ourselves a profitable trade route. I'm not sure yet, but let's have a look and see what our options are. If I come out of this for the moment and have a look at the intel screen. So there was a bounty offered 6 days ago in Aztlan, which is from the Independents, and they will pay for anything hostile to them. So that's going to be things like well, in this particular case, just the hegemony, because those are the only people that have bases in that system. Don't really fancy engaging the hegemony too much, but there is also a bounty for a Leon Stevenson in there. There is another month before that expires, but he's got a sizable fleet, so that does not sound like a great idea. Up in Asconia, we have enemies of the Sindarin Diktat, which I think is just pirates. Let's go to the faction screen and have a look. And the Independents, okay. So the Sindarin will pay for us basically to beat up everyone else in that system. That could be a little worthwhile. I wonder who everyone else dislikes. Hegemony, pirates, pretty much every big person except the Sindarin Diktat. Independents, yeah. Pirates, virtually everyone except the extreme space weirdos. That's surprising. Alright, what are prices like? Is there anything that we could buy up here, like volatiles, to sell well anywhere? Nope. Supplies we could pick up from Jangala like we have been. Ooh, and take them to a Sharu. Okay, let's do that for the moment. That's going to be picking them up from the like hegemony and then dropping them off to the Independents. Yes, that's actually going to do us quite well for the moment. So let's get back away from these pirate folk. And when there's disruption in trade like this, sometimes you can even make money just trading rather than smuggling. I'm not sure if that's something that I want to do, because of course we're trying to save up money here, but it does give us the option if the hegemony are being particularly busy around Jangala, we can just buy things normally, that end at least. So we just hit level 4. As I mentioned before, when you're at an even level you get an extra aptitude point, so I'm going to put that extra point into combat so that I can go a little bit faster with my ship, and also I think I'm going to put another point into power grid modulation so I take less shield damage and have slightly easier time handling my flux, because that is something that I have big problems with basically. It would be really nice to start pushing things into computer systems to get more ordnance points available, but or mechanical engineering actually. But I'm not really going to get the benefit out of it just yet. So this will do for now, and I'm heading up to Jangala. And there's Ashari, so it's even going to be a short run, hopefully. So any hegemony around? Doesn't look like it, which is excellent. Alright, let's buy some supplies. 28 per unit, that's going to be very nice. Let's fill up with those. Thank you very much. And with this trade disruption, actually, it's probably worth us having a look to see if there's any... No, there isn't. Missions to take stuff. 2,000 harvested organs, and the payment is... well, the payment is approximately the same as last episode's payment for just 12 units. So, yeah, perhaps there was something wrong with the number of units displayed, and it was actually more like 12,000 units they wanted, in which case I can understand why the guy turned around and said, no. But in the meantime, we are going to get these supplies down to Asharu. Did I speak to you already? Yes, I did. You're cautious. I'm not a fan. Alright, Asharu. There we go. Let's get you guys some supplies and me some money. Nice. To be honest, with so many, with that being so beneficial to us, it's possibly worth us selling even more. I'm just going like all in, use our remaining supplies to get back to Jangala to buy more supplies. High volume of smuggling, that's probably partly my fault with the harvested organs coming in last time. But what else do we have? Domestic goods price increase. How much are they? Can we see them? Domestic goods. 80% of demand is not met. Bought for 157. Nah, kind of feeling like supplies are probably still the better option. Ooh, recreational drugs. If we can get them in there, that would be good. Alright, so gonna go back up to Jangala. I mean, the hegemony have definitely seen us now. Probably leave and hope that they just don't care that much. Please be busy with everyone else. Yeah, excellent. Good. Okay, so back up to Jangala, and we'll have a look and see what the price of the recreational drugs are there. And at this point, actually, we can afford to buy that lasher, assuming Jangala still has it. It does. Ooh. Ooh, or I could afford a hammerhead. Ooh, exciting. Ah. I am a little tempted to buy the hammerhead. Hammerhead is kind of like what I would consider a step up from the lasher. It's pretty much the same thing, just bigger. Oh, it is a D class though. Do you have a non-D class one? Actually, I probably couldn't afford it. Yes, okay, we're going to buy the lasher. Amongst other things, that will give us more cargo capacity. You can see all of these details down here have updated. We need to buy more crew in order to actually run everything properly, but we've got more cargo capacity, more personnel, space available, more fuel available, but at the same time we're using more supplies per day, and our general fleet combat readiness then gets averaged between the ships that we have available. So let's have a look. I'm going to put my... do I want to put myself on that ship? Not sure. Probably not. Okay, let's have a look. What options do we have available? Small missile hardpoints. Could just buy some annihilators. They are very good for the moment. Poor tracking, 3 ammo. It is a kinetic, so it's quite useful for taking down the shields first. But I think the annihilators are probably more versatile overall. And then we've got small ballistic all over the place. Vulcan cannons are very good. Mostly for point defense tracking type stuff. But light dual auto cannon is probably going to be better as a primary gun. So if we get that there, and here, and then these small ballistic turrets at the side, we could probably put these Vulcan cannons. Let's see, 10 rate excellent, 1200 shots per minute, 25 damage. These light dual machine guns, they sound kind of alright actually. You know what, we can actually try these out. Let's put a couple of Vulcan cannons at the back here. There's only one of these light dual machine guns available actually. Yeah, okay, so we'll try this. Am I missing any hard points? Don't think so. Hull mods, what should we get in here? Now, it does have... sorry, if memory serves, it doesn't have that good a shield, at least certainly not in comparison to the Wolf. But we'll... actually, if I just take it out for a quick spin, don't even deploy anything, that's fine. Yeah, that's a pretty good arc on the shield. Yeah, flux wise it's probably that's alright. I'll probably join that in with these. And yeah, these are the Vulcan cannons, which I quite like. They're not incredibly accurate after they've been firing for a little while, but they sound good. Alright, these are the annihilators, yeah. In simulation, okay. Okay, so the flux capacity is not great. Dissipation is also not that good there. Let's get stabilized shields, because I really like stabilized shields. Also probably get the hardened subsystems. Safety overrides is very interesting, but I don't think it would be very beneficial to me. Unstable injector also makes everything much faster, but protect your engines. Okay, so hardened subsystems, and then we'll get some capacitors and some vents. 5, 6, yeah, that sounds alright. No pilot yet. Right, run simulation. Let's throw in a wolf or something. I was going to change my weapon groups in simulation. Weapon groups. Alright, if I say auto, what are you going to do? So you put auto fire on the auto cannon. Yeah, that's fine actually. Yeah. Swap these around because I like my missiles on 2. It had it correctly the first time. Linked, alternating, linked. Yes, that is alright. I'll actually put those in with that just in case I decide to do that by hand. Okay, run simulation. Let's get a wolf up there. Deploy. So the special thing on a lasher is called an accelerated ammo feeder, and I'll show it shortly. But while it's in operation, you've seen how this shoots kind of normally. It's like ba-bang, ba-bang, ba-bang. And that thing has good range. I take back everything I said about that. Actually, that's a graviton beam. I've not come across that before. And a tactical laser. Worrying. I'm going to need to vent and then get closer much faster. Alright. Yeah, so the accelerated ammo feeder, when it's activated, you shoot much faster. Oh, come on. Do I need to put a slower ship available? Probably. Yep. Alright, in simulation, let's find a slower ship to simulate against. That's the only trouble with the simulator options here, is that you can sort of hit F1 and see what's in each of them. But the options seem to be very... Like, if I want to go up against one of those pirate wolves, I would have no idea where it is. Like this, possibly? Yeah, that could be one of them. Let's try that. The interface could be better, is what I'm sort of getting at. Okay. So yes, I've activated the accelerated ammo feeder, and you can see my fire rate improved quite quickly while it was going on. Normally being like a da-da, da-da, da-da. When I switch it on, it's like da-da, 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 da-da. There's me not paying attention to my flux again. I will never learn. A little bit of strafing. And the accelerated ammo feeder actually also reduces the flux cost of shooting your ballistic weapons. So it has like a multitude of benefits. It basically makes it far more efficient at the same time. Double overload. So that's a lasher with my really horrible piloting skills. They are pretty good at throwing lots and lots of bullets forwards very quickly. So that's generally why I quite like them. We might be able to find better options for these. Let's check the fire rate on those. 171, 500. Yeah, the dual auto cannon has like twice as much range though. So I think we will stick with that. So excellent. It's all purchased. And if I go have a look at the common directory, is this the... yes, that is the guy that I don't quite like. Let's fly round to somewhere else in the system and see what's available. Let's buy some supplies actually and head back down to Asharu. What's my suspicion of minimal? That's good. So we can now get up to this many supplies, and with more ships in my fleet, I like keeping approximately 100 times as many supplies as I use per day in reserve. So I'll probably keep this about 30 once I've finished selling the rest of them. But I do need some more crew first. So green crew. There you are. Let's just buy a whole bunch of you. Let's get like this many. 43. Let's get a couple fewer. There we go, we don't need that many. That should do. So that'll be 60 crew, so we've got a spare 20. And fuel, is that expensive here? No, it's not. Let's get a little bit of fuel in case we run into hyperspace as well. That will do. Alright. We're going back down to Asharu. We'll go have a look, see if we can find a mercenary leader that we actually want to buy. And you can see my 2 ships flying in formation now. Yay! Other things that have changed. The sensor range has changed because we've got more ships, as has our detection range, for pretty much the same reason. What else is important? The veteran crew is allocated on a left to right sort of pathway. So if I move the Manticore here, they will get the veteran crew and I will get the slightly rubbishy crew. Now this does have some benefits because I can bring up the combat readiness of this ship up to about 69% just based on the crew, but mine will drop as a result because I've got all of the green guys. A couple of combats should change that, but for the moment let's keep things the way they were. I wonder who that is. Right, there is nobody here. 10 units of heavy machinery miles away. There's still that stupid organs thing. Right, dismiss, trade. Let's sell 57 of these. There we go. 58, no, 57, and also to the black market. What a nice payday. Let's have a look at ship weapons here. If I go to refit for the Manticore, we might have some better options. Light assault gun, how does that compare to the light dual autocannon? Well, the dual autocannons are kinetic, which works better against shields. So these are probably actually really good initially. The assault guns high explosive, which is kind of pretty bad damage against everything, but it does have like a well, it's good against armor, but it's yeah, basically it's good against armor. It's not good against shields, which is why I say everything, because pretty much everything has shields. Damage wise, they're about, yeah, it's kind of about the same. So those will probably all stay there. Ooh, salamanders. I could get some nice salamanders. I do like salamanders. I'm sure you guys have noticed. The only downside is they take more ordnance, so I'd have to sacrifice something else, which I don't really want to do at the moment. And these Vulcan cannons are okay as they are. Light mortar is very interesting though, but I kind of want some point defense, so we will leave that as it is. Something I don't think I showed actually, if I go back into run simulation, you can pull in other ships so I can have both both of my ships at the same time. I don't know how to deploy extra ships in the simulation, so I will actually try this, and let's put us up against a Lasher and a Wolf, and then hit deploy. There we go. Did that actually deploy? No, it did not. Maybe you can't. Ah, reinforcements. G. There we go. And you can have a little fleet battle. And from here, you can actually give instructions to your other ships. And in the game itself, that will be based on your command points. Command points are based on the stats that you've got in your character screen. The more command points you have, the more orders you can give. So you can assign wings to follow, information, intercept, support, retreat, and so on and so forth. And once you run out of command points, you basically everyone just ad libs. And yeah, in some of the fights you've seen waypoints, relay stations, sensor arrays and such. If you capture those, you can earn more command points, and yeah, it basically improves your tactical options. Right, you. Oh yes, annihilators. See how the AI handles my see how I handle, but yes, overextending yourself, which is my biggest problem. I mean, even if this is only a simulator, yes, overextending so that your flux is near maximum. It only takes like 1 or 2 hits to your shields at that point to overload yourself and put yourself into a horrible spin. Now I think I can actually transfer command over to another ship, which kind of like launches a pod between the two. Whee! And then yeah, and then you end up getting control of that one. So that's going to be quite useful in the future. Kind of. Anyway, I should stop having fun with this simulator. It's very, very easy to, well, basically spend a huge amount of time just fiddling around with options, loadout options, and then throwing up things in the simulator to fight. But I think where we are at the moment is the best that we can do for the options available in the market to us. So let's have a look at the intel and see if there's anything worthwhile us doing to like bounty wise or picking things up from here to sell elsewhere. Oh yes, Jangala's recreational drugs. That's what I was going to look at. Okay, let's head back up to Jangala. I mean, smuggling illegal goods is actually worse for the markets in the area than smuggling legal goods. Ooh. Alright, let's turn on our transponder. There's a mercenary company running away from the hegemony. There's another huge hegemony thing pursuing this neutral patrol. Let's see if either of those engage in fights. Because it might be worth us... alright. Both sides sort of vaguely distrust us, so neither wants to be involved in a fight with us, helping or hindering. That's pretty reasonable, I can understand that. Okay, transponder off. Back up to Jangala. Hegemony too near. Okay. It's a hegemony mercantile convoy. Suppose we can get dark. Yeah, that's sufficient. Alright. Recreational drugs. 173 per unit. This is going to be good. So if we basically buy our entire cargo capacity full of them, and then take that back down to Ashari, you might notice at this point, oh yeah, our suspicion level is still minimal, but we are performing more and more smuggling, so it's going to be pissing off both the independents and the hegemony, but financially it's going to be really good for us at this point. We just need to be very careful about the hegemony seeing us, scanning us, and then attacking us for having drugs. And it looks like there's a really big fleet down here near Ashari. The more smuggling you do in an area, the more the local authorities will patrol the area in an attempt to crack down on it. Hegemony seem to have the largest military presence in this system, so they've taken it upon themselves to, well, basically be the police. There we go, 902 per unit. Lovely. An actual payday worth talking about. Brilliant. Suspicion level very high. That's not good. Well, that's not good for us anyway. There are no supplies or anything to buy here, but we could buy some heavy machinery to sell back at Jangala, pay some taxes and hopefully reduce our suspicion level a bit. Let's pick up those. Still very high, but we have really been smuggling badly here, and we'll leave and we will try and sort of sneak our way back up. More trade disruption, this time in Jangala. Transponder on. Excellent, level 5. Hegemony is now suspicious of us and the independents. They're still neutral. That's not so bad. We'll actually just do this as open trade this time. Open market, there we go. I think we pretty much just broke even on that, but it has dropped our suspicion level to none here, which is an improvement. Supplies price decreased. If we hadn't just pissed everyone off through smuggling, I might actually consider smuggling would be worth dropping into. Let's just finish up our level up quickly. So we'll do spot more damage, and we will have, let's see, yeah, let's get a little bit of target analysis. That will do. Confirm. Right, I'm going to leave this episode here. We've actually made quite a lot of progress this time. We've got another ship in our fleet, which is fantastic news. And also we've got some cash to spare, so I could always get another one. I might get another one. I will have to see at the start of the next episode. Next time, I think we're going to fly around possibly to some other star systems, maybe try and find a mercenary pilot or two that are worth hiring rather than those that over specialise in skills that we're not that interested in. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.